Damon. Wow. I would like to speak directly to the council here present and those on the Zoom calls. This ordinance is probably the most important thing that you'll decide before today and after. If your job is really for the health and progress of the citizens, this is one of the most important things that you can decide on. You three there, you should really be paying attention to this. I'm not sure this should have been voted on years ago. And it's not about something that happened in the past. There's an economic value and impact that's present today, right now. This is not just about slavery. The Homestead Act lasted for 123 years, that's well into 1986. We're talking about millions of acres that were given to white Americans, yet excluding black Americans. That's a lot of wealth. That's trillions of dollars that was given to one group and denied to another. We're talking about apartheid in America. If you're interested in truly healing what's wrong with the country, not just this city, and what happened to black people, this should be at the top of your list. Not just the sponsors, the people who didn't sponsor. You should be racing to their offices to meet with them and see how you can help them move this forward. If you truly take your job serious about helping citizens and healing an old wound, a really old wound that needs to be opened up and needs to be healed across the board. We're talking about something that equates to an economic value of $25 trillion and more. That's just what's on the books. What can be researched, that was extracted from black people. And I'm just going to run through a quick list for you, okay? The 40 acres in the mill that General Sherman pulled out and that was reversed, that was $1 trillion that was extracted. The Homestead Act, that was $2 trillion. Jim Crow and convict leasing, that's $15 trillion. The denial of Social Security, that's $143 billion of wealth. Excluded, black people was excluded. Cotton was 8% of America's economy around the world. That was free labor that built this country. 80% of the economy of the world was getting cotton, and America was producing it off the backs of slaves that built this country. That's what made America number one to begin with. That put America in the lead was that free labor. Okay? Y'all understand that? Labor discrimination extracted $4.4 trillion from black people. Sharecropping, tenant farming. Those people were never going to not be tenant farmers. They were never going to get out of those contracts. Okay? The market was owned, the land was owned. What they owed for working the land, it never would have paid for them to get out of tenant farming, and they never did. The exclusion of the GI Bill, which helped create the middle class, that's $1.2 trillion. The FHA exclusion, which goes into redlining and everything else, that's $4.8 trillion that black people were denied. Yet another group was given another head start on mortgages and are y'all understanding that an entire middle class was created from the government, from these statutes, from these policies, from the legislation? That's systemic racism, or shall we say systemic exclusion, systemic terrorism. That's what this is about to me. Okay, it's a total of $26 trillion. That's what's on the books. Okay, so I would like to speak directly to these people who sit in these seats and say you have an interest in the health of the citizens. You. I don't want to, man. I'll learn. But, no, thank you. No, really, you should be meeting with the sponsors and figuring out how we can help them. Not, oh, they sponsored it, let's see what they're doing, if it passes, if they give you support. No, you should find it in your heart to meet them after this and figure out how you can help them move